The sun rose over California, and the world held its breath again. The woman who once ruled the roads had turned her eyes upward. Speed no longer satisfied her. She wanted silence at 40,000 feet. Her garage was full, so she built one in the sky. The billionaire who bought cars now wanted clouds. She said once that roads were limits, and limits bored her. The first jet she bought shimmered like liquid chrome under dawn light. It wasn't transportation. It was transcendence. Inside, white leather seats, gold trim, and the scent of altitude. Her initials were stitched into the headrests like royal seals. Pilots greeted her as if she were part of the sky itself. Reporters called it her next obsession. She called it progress. The Gulfstream G800 became her new favorite boardroom. Meetings above the clouds, decisions between time zones. Every deal signed felt lighter, freer, faster. The world below became a map of her past ambitions. Her hangar looked like a billionaire's dream museum. Private jets, helicopters, even a custom airship with her logo. The hangar lights reflected like constellations on polished wings. She often stood there at night, eyes lost in the metal stars. Engineers adored her. She asked the right questions. How far can this go before gravity gets jealous? That question started her next empire, aerospace innovation. She didn't just fly, she built flight. Her company created jets that could cross oceans without pause. She wasn't escaping Earth, she was redesigning it. Luxury wasn't her brand anymore, evolution was. A jet called Ethereal became her signature. Matte white body, golden streaks down the tail like lightning. It could whisper across continents faster than sound. The first time she took it up, the world below blurred to silence. She sat at the window, watching her reflection against endless blue. The sky didn't intimidate her, it invited her. When turbulence hit, she laughed. It reminded her of startup days. Nothing stable ever took off smoothly, she mused. Her crew adored her calm, her poise, her clarity. She treated pilots like partners, not employees. When asked what she saw from above, she said perspective. The higher you go, the smaller excuses appear. Investors lined up again, drawn to her impossible ideas. She founded Aerolux, a fusion of technology and art in motion. The first hybrid jet ran partly on sunlight and innovation. Critics called it fantasy until it flew over Paris in golden silence. The moment was streamed worldwide, history with high heels. Headlines read, "The sky now has a queen." But she ignored them, already sketching the next design. The future wasn't on Earth anymore, she said. It's in the air. At night, she'd sit alone in her jet's cabin, window open to infinity. The stars looked close enough to sign a contract with. She wrote notes to herself. Don't slow down, don't descend. Each altitude became another version of freedom. When most billionaires bought islands, she bought air routes. Her private terminal in Los Angeles glowed like a runway to heaven. Every takeoff was another chapter of reinvention. Her team began building vertical takeoff jets for cities. The idea? To make flight as personal as cars once were. Investors laughed until she showed them prototypes. Then they offered blank checks. She smiled and said, "You can't buy vision, only catch up to it." By now her name meant speed, but her eyes meant stillness. She learned that power was quiet at altitude. She could hear her own ambition breathing through the engines. During one flight over Tokyo, she looked down and saw her billboards. Her past looked small, her possibilities endless. The world started calling her the woman above the world. Kids in classrooms watched her jets fly by and dreamed higher. She turned luxury into a lesson. Progress doesn't park. Engineers now worked under her, inspired, building beyond imagination. Her designs reached even space-level flight projects. When someone asked what was next, she said, "Why stop at clouds?" The next phase was orbital. A small rocket bearing her initials launched from the desert one dawn. The crowd gasped as it vanished into the sun's direction. She whispered, "It's just another kind of runway." Her company now partnered with NASA and SpaceX rivals. They called her the first self-made woman to touch near space. Yet she never called it success, just another altitude. Her mansion walls now displayed paintings of sky trails. Her cars rested silently under covers, replaced by flight suits. At her private airport, she built a marble plaque. Never land. When storms hit, her pilots waited. She didn't. She once said, "If thunder scares you, you're not meant for lightning." The media loved her words, but they missed her message. It wasn't arrogance, and it was evolution speaking through her. Every invention carried a piece of her rebellion. Every horizon bent slightly wider around her name. She didn't buy the sky, she built it, one dream at a time. They called her mad, then genius, then untouchable. But she only smiled and said, "I'm just getting started." As night fell, California's sky glowed, not from stars, but from her legacy.